Get ready for the biggest rock news hitting your feed right now. We start with the streaming revolution impacting classic rock. Sarah Polonsky reveals 7 classic rock songs that are secretly dominating streaming in 2026. We dive deep into which tracks are fueling this massive online trend and why you need to know about these shifts in the music landscape.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we are talking about live music and community connection. The Foo Fighters showed up for intimate shows, and 2 rock radio stations absolutely seized the moment. We break down how Q1043 NYC and WMGM Atlantic City used local connections and listener interaction to bring the Foo Fighters experience directly to their audiences. Now shifting gears to the arena of rock legends. Don Henley has hinted that this year might be the last for the Eagles to tour, but they are fighting back with massive plans. We look at the incredible 6 new dates the Eagles have added to their Sphere residency in Las Vegas, and what this means for the future of the band. Finally, we're taking a trip back to the golden age of rock. We highlight 3 essential classic rock albums from the 1960s that you absolutely should not fast-forward through. From Bob Dylan's debut to the Beatles' White Album and Led Zeppelin II, we explore why these records are masterpieces that deserve your full attention. Stay tuned right here for more breaking news. The landscape of radio programming is undergoing a significant shift as streaming trends force traditional stations to reassess their playlists. While streaming has not fundamentally altered the airplay of classic rock, new data suggests several tracks are gaining significant traction online, prompting stations to consider increased rotation. According to an analysis by Sarah Polonsky in Screen Rant, 7 classic rock songs are secretly dominating streaming in 2026, presenting a new challenge for stations balancing legacy music with digital consumption. Polonsky highlights several tracks showing unexpected streaming dominance. Blue Oyster Cult's track is frequently used in book vlogs and late-night study streams, while Tom Sawyer has gained prominence in video game soundtracks and air drumming challenges, boosted by a recent tour. These songs are already performing well, ranking 67th and 19th in recent classic rock airplay charts, earning attention on both classic and adult hits formats. Further analysis points to David Bowie, whose second most searched classic rock artist of the year is benefiting from exposure driven by the soundtrack of the film Project Hail Mary, which is fueling fan content that often features Bowie's music as a gateway to his broader catalog. This online exposure suggests a fresh look at his major hits might be warranted. Another track has surpassed Fleetwood Mac's Dreams in social media shares, driven by a trend termed the Unresolved Canon event, which has also pushed the song into gothic folk playlists. Despite this surge, the song currently receives minimal radio airplay outside of select appearances. The theme song has also become associated with the slow living movement, contributing to 500 million streams as listeners seek rural alternatives. While radio airplay remains low, the song's massive streaming profile, including its inclusion in Chronicle's Greatest Hits package, suggests a few spins could be beneficial. Its streaming interest was also amplified by the announcement of a Beatles cinematic event. The impact of these trends varies by station type. While hard rock stations may see little relevance, classic hits and similar formats could benefit from adding these timeless classics. Furthermore, a slow remix of one track has appeared in superhero media, increasing its relevance. Total Eclipse of the Heart is noted to receive airplay on both classic and adult hit stations. Mike Stern, a classic rock columnist and features writer for Channel YouTube with extensive experience in radio programming, suggests that stations must be conscious of these digital trends to determine which songs deserve increased airplay in the evolving streaming era. A remarkable rock event in New Jersey recently saw 2 local radio stations capitalize on the massive buzz surrounding Foo Fighters' performances, demonstrating how grassroots media can amplify in-person community experiences. The Foo Fighters announced intimate shows at low ticket prices at Irving Plaza in NYC and the Starland Ballroom in Sayreville, generating significant anticipation, particularly for the New Jersey audience. Fans demonstrated incredible dedication, with lines stretching for miles, creating an event reminiscent of past ticketing eras. In the digital age, this real-world connection fueled immediate social media activity. Fans shared videos of the ticket lines, celebrating the community spirit, including instances of strangers sharing coffee and music together, underscoring the enduring value of in-person connection. Local radio stations proved equally instrumental in capturing the moment. Q1043 NYC's Jim Care Rock and Roll Morning Show, specifically co-host Trevor, bypassed the studio to drive to the Sayreville ticket line early in the morning. Trevor filmed and edited live coverage, putting fans on air to deliver a play-by-play of the Foo Mania experience, earning praise for outstanding execution. Similarly, WMGM Atlantic City's morning host, Matt Murray, transformed his listeners into reporters. Callers phoned in live from the ticket line, sending photos directly to the show's social media, and the ticket grab became an on-air community event. Listeners described the atmosphere as incredibly chill and fantastic. Both stations highlighted that meaningful engagement does not require extensive resources. A cell phone, signal, and social media presence were sufficient. Matt Murray confirmed his decision to attend was driven by the opportunity to be live and local, emphasizing the need to be present for such moments. Beyond the Foo Fighters, the report also touched upon the broader trends in rock music, noting the rising mainstream appeal of metalcore bands like Sleep Token, Bad Omens, and Spiritbox. Furthermore, the rapid ascent of Dayseeker with their track, Crawl Back to My Coffin, potentially topping rock radio charts, signals a significant shift in the current rock landscape. Dayseeker recently delivered a strong performance at the Starland Ballroom, cementing a vibrant Jersey rock weekend. Noi Dung Kai Tight. The Eagles are extending their Sphere residency in Las Vegas with 6 additional dates, signaling a significant run for the rock legends before a potential hiatus. The band has announced performances on September 18-19, November 13-14, and November 27-20, 8 at the Sphere. These new shows expand the band's residency to 64 performances since opening in September 2024. Tickets are scheduled to go on sale at Ticketmaster.com on May 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. /N/N amidst the continued touring, band member Don Henley has suggested that the current year may be the final one for the Eagles. Speaking on CBS Sunday Morning, Henley stated, "I think this year will probably be it. I've said things like that before, but I feel like we're getting toward the end. And that will be fine, too." /N/N Henley also shared reflections on his life and travel, noting a desire to experience more of the world before opportunities fade. He mentioned planning to increase his interest in gardening, emphasizing a desire to avoid a one-dimensional existence. /N/N Throughout their history, the Eagles have achieved monumental success, selling over 150 million albums internationally since their founding in 1971. Their compilation, /Greatest Hits, 1971-1975, stands as the best-selling album in U.S. history, recently surpassing 40 million units in sales and streams, and holds the distinction of being the first album to earn a 4-time Diamond certification from the Recording Industry Association of America. A retrospective on 1960s classic rock highlights 3 albums that offer a seamless listening experience, promising listeners no skips. The article spotlights selections from Bob Dylan, the Beatles, and Led Zeppelin, demonstrating peak artistry across their respective discographies. Bob Dylan's 1965 album, Bringing It All Back Home, is featured for its blend of biting and pensive acoustic and electric tracks, including hits like Subterranean Homesick Blues and Maggie's Farm. Turning to the Beatles, their 1968 self-titled release, known as the White Album, offers an extensive 30-song experience, praised for its quality and signature psychedelia, featuring iconic tracks such as While My Guitar Gently Weeps and Blackbird. Finally, the report recognizes Led Zeppelin's early work, noting that their sophomore album, Led Zeppelin II, released in the late 1960s, stands as a masterpiece and a blueprint for rock music. The album is highlighted for its powerful tracks like Whole Lotta Love, Ramble On, and Moby Dick, capped by an epic drum solo from John Bonham. The selection emphasizes these three records as essential, cohesive listening experiences from the decade.